You have, I think, 42 national caps with Germany as a player.
But never win against Sweden.
I could imagine that. And you were a right winger, right?
Yeah.
And Martin Schmidt is German champion with Kiel 7 times.
Yes.
7 times. Have I said enough?
I think so.
The word is yours.
Thank you. Thanks, Jan, for the invitation here to come to Malmö in this fantastic new arena. And I'm honored to speak to you. A little bit of my favorite club, the THW Kiel. And my topic is sold out every seat, always. So we're not talking about everything in marketing. I want to show you something about our ticketing, how we sell tickets in Kiel. And if you see the picture, you see it's crowded out of people. So I give you the reason why. And now, before we started, I think the best is that I give you some impressions, some emotions, what's happened in Kiel. Okay. May I introduce myself? I'm 39 years old, married and got 2 children. I was player for THW, not only 7 years when I win the championship. I was playing 12 years in the club. Parallel to my career as a sportsman, I studied in Kiel business administration. And I graduated my study at 2000. In 2003, when I finished my work as a player, I changed my work in the club and working for the marketing department. And you see that this work will finish this year because when you see at the bottom of this chart, you see that I built up a new agency with Stefan Löfgren, and we think this is enough to do 2 jobs, not only 3. This time is too much. I do my job as a freelancer, and so it was space enough to build up my own advertising and communication agency, which called 3-0. It's not a score in handball, just maybe after 2 minutes, but it's a clear victory in sports if you know soccer or you know volleyball. So in December, I founded with Stefan a new business project in sports. We are a sport marketing and players agents company, and we'll work in Sweden, the Scandinavian countries, and Germany. In my time, I played with a big Swedish player, Magnus Wieslander, and after the Bosman decision, there comes more and more Swedish people to Kiel to play handball there. So we have a long tradition in Swedish players in Kiel, and in our team currently they're playing Kim Andersson, you know, all the captain of the Swedish handball team, Henrik Lundström, the left wing player of the Swedish team, Andreas Palika, the new goalie you've seen in the tournament in Croatia, Markus Alm. He was not in Croatia, he was a little bit injured, but he's playing for the next 2 years in Kiel. And he finished his career in Kiel after 10 years, Stefan Löfgren, and built up the new one. When we say that we're very successful in the past, then you have to see that we win actually the German championship 14 times, the Cup 5 times. The Super Cup, it's only the winner of the German Cup against the German champion. And every year when we win the Cup, we even was the champion, so we win the Super Cup. And the Champions League, the EHF Cup, and the Champions Trophy. So when you see all the titles, there are a lot of titles, but expected 3 titles in the German championship. All the titles are after 1994. So it's a very successful story the last 15 years. To be so successful, to build up a top team in Europe, it can't start with a year. You have to be, if you want to be successful in sporting, it involves professional sponsoring. It's not possible just to sell every seats and to have a top team. You have consistency in marketing, so you have to work a lot of years with the same sponsors. If you see our main sponsor, the Provinzial, it's a big insurance company in Germany, and we're working together 32 years. It's a long time. And very important is the consistency in public relations. You have to talk with your fans, with your spectators, and with the whole city, because if you only want to be a good team and don't tell stories about it, it's not the right way. You have to tell your stories, and we do it in a professional way. When you're talking about handball and you try to sell handball or to talking something to the spectators, the most important thing is that you sell emotions. When you come to an arena, you have to feel the spirit of the sports, you have to feel the spirit of the team. You have to see what's so important in handball. What is handball? Handball is a very fast game. I think hockey is a fast game too. But the score changes within seconds. So handball, you're in the lead with 5 goals, but it's not enough maybe when the game is over in 10 minutes. So it's very close till the end of the game, and the spectators are part of the crowd and making a first-hand experience. So if you be in Kiel, in our arena, this is a multifunction arena, but it's not as huge as this arena. So it's not possible to play ice hockey in it. So you have to see the spectators are very, very close to our playing field. And this is amazing, because if you see sitting in the second row, in the third row, maybe in the 7th row, you think you are playing with the players. So close you are. When we talk about ticketing, let me have a short note about the budget. When we build up a team which is so successful in Europe, we need a big budget to get all the titles. So when we say ticketing, sponsoring and merchandising, this is the club responsible for, because we sell the tickets, we have our sponsors, and we sell our merchandising. The rights is more for the league, because TV rights and the naming right of the league, the German Handball League, HBL, calls Toyota Handball Bundesliga. So this naming right is selling by the league. It's not our part, but to sell our tickets, to make our sponsoring and merchandising, this is our part in the club. And when I tell you that the budget in this season for our team is about 8.8 million euro, I think it's more than 100 million Swedish crowns, then you see that it's a lot of money. And so it's not only the thing that we sell our tickets and be sold out. It's very important for us to get a big income, big turnover by ticketing. And I can tell you, when I say that the budget is about 8.8, I can say that ticketing is nearly 50% of this. Jan told that it was the 32th greatest city in Germany, when you say, but the biggest city maybe in the world in handball, because there are some other clubs which are very big, but they have a big spender, not the structure Kiel has. And so when you see what is Kiel, it is the capital of Schleswig-Holstein. We have about 237,000 people in Kiel, not in the surrounding of Kiel, but maybe with the surrounding of Kiel there are 350. It's no big town in the surrounding of Kiel. We got about 27,500,000. No, you can read it. Students at our universities, And so you have maybe in mind that there are a lot of young people going to our games, but I will show you after that that are not the young people who come to our games. The economic in Kiel, we have a lot of administration, so we're the capital of Schleswig-Holstein. We have a Haber, we have shipbuilding, you see it at the picture behind Alfred Gislason, our coach. A lot of services, retail and tourism. There's no big industry in our surrounding, and there are even no very, very huge companies in our surrounding. The employment rate is about 11% in Kiel, and all over Schleswig-Holstein, nearly 8%. So these are only some facts to our city that you see. It is not the biggest city in town, but we have a very, very strong team for handball. I have to tell you something about our arena. It was an old one, not such a nice one than this. Was built up in 1915 and it was reconstructed in 2001. And before this reconstruction, there are about 7,000 people inside for handball games, and now there are nearly 10,250 people inside for handball. When you have a concert there's a maximum of people who can get in there, about 13,500. We just have only 11 VIP boxes. When I see here in this arena, I think there are over 70, I heard before. And you know that it's very important if you build up a team that you have enough space for the VIPs. It's very important to have a lot of fans for the atmosphere, but I show you the budget, it's very important to get the VIPs and to get a lot of boxes for them. And we got 3 VIPs areas. We got about 800 VIP guests in a game. And if you see that 10,250 are in the arena, so it's nearly 8% of the guests are VIP guests. Now I come to ticketing. When I tell we are sold out, so everyone said, yeah, that's nice, but how it works? In Germany, we have 18 clubs in our league, and so we got 17 games in our home area, in the Sparkassen Arena of Kiel. And we sell our tickets for the entire season. This means 10,000 tickets, 250 tickets we not allowed to sell. We have to sell it each game because for the opponent team who wants to get tickets, so we can't sell it before the season started. But all the other tickets are for the entire season tickets. And if you buy a season ticket, you got the option, you got a master ticket with a purchase option. This means that with this master ticket, you can buy the same card for the next season. And this is so simple in Kiel, but it works perfectly. We have, when I tell you, a very successful time the last 15 years. But I tell you that the arena is sold out over 30 years. And so it's not only important to be very good in sports, not to be the best maybe in Europe, in the world, in Germany. The most important thing is that you are part of the city, that you are part of all the guys who come in there, that you have a good relationship to your fans and a very, very good relationship even to your VIPs. That's the most important thing. When I tell you these master tickets, normally you say, okay, I buy a master ticket and then I can watch. That's the problem in Kiel. There is no master ticket free. In our club, we get maybe 10 master tickets or less than 10 master tickets after the season back to our club that we can give it out for a new customer. That's all. And we see it in the last years, there's a covered market. You can see it on eBay. That there's a price for these master tickets. Just when you want to get 2 first-class tickets, each ticket costs nearly 650 euro. When you buy the master ticket for these tickets, for 2 tickets near together, in the first rank, it calls in our arena, the price is about 4,000 to 5,000 euro. It's amazing. So that's the most important part in Kiel, that the arena is sold out before the season started. And the seats are not free when we play against a team from the bottom. It's no problem that these tickets are in the family, and maybe the father said, okay, I want to see the 6 best teams, and the son said, okay, I see the 6 games in the middle, and there are some games left, but have in mind, 30 years I told you about that this system runs, and so there are the children's children who said, okay, THW, that's nice, every game is fine. And so we have a nice atmosphere every game, even when we play against the last in our score. It's no problem that the arena is filled up. Another situation is when we play in the Champions League. When we play in the Champions League, we started selling our tickets each season. So the last 2 times we reached the final in Champions League, and a lot of people want to come to see this game, the final, maybe the semi-final game. But we have the same system for this. And so when I tell you or you read that there are 8,000 tickets, with this purchase option for the next round, so we reach the next round, then you can buy your ticket on your seat for this round. We sold out in this season after 2 hours. You have in mind, after 2 hours, how it works. There are people 24 hours before the ceremony started. They come with a sleeping bag, a tent, a grill, come to the arena, stay there the whole night to be the first when the tickets are beginning to sell. So if you think, okay, maybe 10, 20 crazy guys do this, the queue was more than 200 or 300 meters long in this night. So after 2 hours, we were sold out. When I tell you that 2,000 tickets, we need 2 days after that. That's a thing in the Champions League. We have to save about 10% of our tickets to the opponent team. And when we play against a Spanish team, a Norwegian team, a Swedish team, there will never be 1,000 people who come with a team. And so we got tickets back and can sell them then. But we have 4 teams from Germany in the Champions League. And if we play against Flensburg, it's very close to Kiel, it's only 70 kilometers in the north of Kiel. Or we play against Hamburg, it's only 100 in the south. We have to say, okay, when we play against them, these 1,000 tickets, we can't do anything for you, so we have to give it to the opponent team. All the other tickets we need for our sponsors, etc. And so with a system so simple as it is, we were sold out in the Champions League for the first game, and it runs till maybe we reach the final. I talk about our fans. You know, there are about 85 million Germans in our nation, and about 30.2 million are fans of THW. A market research did it, not me. And so they say which handball club is the most important for you or the best for you, which you are a fan of. So they tell which clubs there are, and we got 30 millions about it. In northern Germany, we're very, very strong with alone 5.2 million. And you have to know that not so many people live in the north of Germany, and so it's a very, very high term we get it. We are the most popular club in the HBL. A lot of people come from the surrounding of Kiel. And that's the thing you have to see. It's built up a long, long time. And so a lot of people not coming directly from Kiel to watch our games. They come from towns which are maybe 20, 30, 50 kilometers in the surrounding of Kiel. And this is maybe why the MasterCard still be in the family. And so if you go off, you get your MasterCard and then you come to Kiel only to watch the games. I will tell you something about our VIPs. VIPs, there's a zebra crab. I have to tell you that the brand and the club calls the zebras because we have an old tradition, old-fashioned shirts on with white and black stripes, and this was in the 70s. Until then, they call us the zebras, and the Zebra Club. There are around 100 companies. They only got 2 tickets for the club launch, and they have to buy 2 another tickets. For these guys, it is possible to get 2 tickets without a MasterCard. So a lot of people who want to join the THW Kiel try to reach this launch just to get in the hall. They are not really sponsors. They are more friends than sponsors. We opened our arena 2 hours before the game started. They got drinks there and a little finger food. And this, even during the game and after the game, they served a little meal. The target group of this room is businessmen, family and friends of THW. And the most of them are family and friends. Then we got our VIP arena, our launch for the main sponsors. It's a meeting place for our main sponsors. The tickets for this room you got with sponsoring. When I tell you the budget is not only ticketing, it's even get marketing sponsoring. So sometimes in Kiel, why it's so bad to get tickets, companies comes to us to ask us if they were a sponsor of THW, then it's easier for them to get a ticket. And so we have to see, yes, it's possible, and it's easier for us to sell our sponsorships. Okay? It's a relationship between ticketing and sponsoring in this way in Kiel. This VIP area, in this VIP area, you meet the team in a high-class environment. And the guests of our club are even in there. And it's a little bit the who's who in Kiel. So we have a lot of guests from the politics, from companies, from all people who are important in Kiel. And they come to our games and stand there. And so a lot of people just want to come in this area because they try to do some networks there. And that's the fact why it's even sold out. And we got a new one, THW Business Launch. It was this part of the picture. It's a little older than this year. And so we built it in this winter. It just opened 1 month ago. And it has space for 300 business seats. In all the other areas, you have no seats. You just stand and have tables where you can stand at. In this area, you can sit with your guests at a table. There are very good seats in the arena. The target group here is only businessmen who want to have incentives for their clients. So they want to invite some people, go to the match, have a nice talk, and then finish after the game. And so it's only for networking for the businessman. The branding. If you see the branding, it's very important. Just when I say we have a good relationship with our fans and we have a good relationship with everyone we talk to, you have very, very good branding. Our branding, I call it, we are the zebras. You see it. We have the stripes, black and white, in our brand, and we have the head of a zebra in there. The star is just that we are top. It's the third color we need. We only have, all that we have is black and white. And that's very important because in former years it was no problem to have shirts which have stripes, white, black. Now we have about 8 sponsors on trousers, on pants and the shirts. And so it's not possible that we have these shirts with stripes. So it's possible that we only have 2 colors. We have only, all the sponsors have to be black or white. And so we have a white shirt, then all the covers, all the brands only be in black. Our main sponsor, the insurance company, Provincial, their colors are blue and white. Normally they will say, okay, our name should be blue on your shirt. But for us, it's very important to have a strong brand in black and white, and so it is black. For the children and the younger guys, it's very, very, very good to have a good mascot. This mascot is called Hein Daddel, and it's a nickname of an old handball player who wins the first and the second and the third German championship. And it's a long, long time ago. But this tradition and this name of this mascot is very, very good. And you see it, the mascot is at the game. The players are come in the arena. When you see the pants and the shirts, then you see only the both colors. And it's very, very good if you have a break, if you have a timeout or something else. So you have a very funny thing in the arena, and that's it. Merchandising. So when I say that all we have is black and white, even our merchandising. So when we, for the first and the most important thing we sell are the shirts of the players. We sell about 5,000 shirts each season. That's a lot for a handball club, not a lot for a football club, but very much for a handball club. But this is not the only stuff we sell. We sell even just clothing for girls, for children, and some other stuff. We need all in black and white and all only with our brand. How we live in our city with our city. The coverage in our local newspaper, Kieler Nachrichten, and in the radio is nearly every day. So we have to talk every time about THW. Our online coverage on our homepage, you have to see it's a content management system from this newspaper, who's a partner of us, that give us their content and put it in our newspaper. So this is not only a newspaper where the news from Kiel are communicated. There's even the news from the EHF, from the German League, and all the important things in handball in Germany. When you see the picture of Kiel, when you go through the streets, then you will see that a lot of cars just have stickers or banners or something like else in there, on there. So everyone's in Kiel, like a big soccer club, says, okay, I'm a THW fan, and they show it all over the city. When you see Stefan there, it is close to the arena, and it was a very, very big advertising. It was an advertising campaign with the Kieler Nachrichten, and you see, so the players in Kiel are every time to see for a lot of people, and we have a lot of autograph sessions in the city, so it's very important for the young fans that they are very close to the guys. When we have a successful season, after the season, we go out, we go public in Kiel and have a very, very big party with all the fans together. When you see this picture, there's a parade through Kiel. You see a lot of people standing there and just be funny that the team is coming to them. Stefan standing in front of, now he's standing at the town hall, and you see this place in front of the town hall. There are nearly 25,000 people there when the team is there, and this is every year after the season. So the city and Kiel have a very, very strong relationship. And this is a picture of one of these parties. You see, it's not. This is a team inside, and our mascot. They do everything. There's no commentator speaking to the guys when the team is there. They're singing, they're dancing with all the spectators. And you see here the German national player Dominik Klein after stage diving and just have a little round on the spectators. So that's even very, very important. It's very important for the budget that you got a lot of VIPs, VIPs, but it's very, very important that you have a fantastic atmosphere in your arena. And this is the point where you need your fans. And sports is only working if you have both. You need the budget for a good team, and you need the fans for a nice atmosphere. So, that's